Today we have an '09 Ram 1500. It has the 5.7 liter hemi, and it's been giving code P0128, which says that it doesn't warm up fast enough. So we suspect it's the thermostat. The first step in this job is to drain the radiator. So to remove the radiator cap, this has to be done when it's cold. You go to the first notch and make sure no pressure comes out of there, and then turn it the rest of the way and take it off. This has to be off so that air can get in to drain the radiator. To find where the drain is, you come over here to the driver's side of the radiator, and if you look down in here, you're going to see there's a little fitting right there. That fitting, I'll show it from the bottom too, but that fitting is what has to be loosened to allow it to drain.
So this is what the fitting looks like. It's got a hex end that you turn, and you can see the little spigot that's sticking out the bottom that you attach a hose to and drain, or just let it drain straight down into a bucket.
Okay, you can try to use a hose, but what happens is, if you can see this, the plug comes all the way out. It comes straight out, and the coolant will just gush out of that hole. So you can use a bucket and just catch it coming out. You can try to open it a little bit and let it come out the bottom of that spigot, but the plug will come all the way out of there. It comes out pretty fast. This is what it looks like. You use the 10mm hex here. You loosen it up. You can see it's just going to twist on these splines right here, and it's just going to pop all the way out of there and let the coolant come out of the hole that this is lodged in. Okay, here it is from the top, and you can see the plug has been removed and the coolant is leaking out through the hole that the plug came out of. And then there's the bucket below that you can see it dripping into. When it comes out of that plug though, it's going to come out fast, and it hits some of these frame members and can splash around, so you got to be prepared for that. This is about how much you get out of there. There's a little bit that's spilled, but you can see you get, I don't know, maybe that's a gallon or so. Okay, if you look at this thing closely, what you're going to see is there's an O-ring right here, but if you look, there's a little, this turns in and there's a little land and a little stop. So it turns in, it goes up this incline until it gets to this little land right here and that little stop, and that's what holds it in there. So when you're taking it out, you're just sliding it off of this place where it's kept, and then it slides down this incline and the thing comes out. And so, and like I say, it's a plastic part, so when you put it back in, you're just turning it in until it hits that stop. You're not tightening it like a bolt. Okay, so you just use a 13mm socket to pull these bolts off. On the second bolt, it helps to move the air cleaner lid out of the way to get that one. Okay, the bolts are out, and now this is what the thermostat looks like in there. Looks like there's some rubber pieces or something that have kind of clogged in there. Use a screwdriver to pop it out of there, and then this is what it looks like. There was a gasket on there that's deteriorated. It looks like it's falling apart, maybe even getting in to the works of it. So this is what the back side of the old thermostat looks like, and you can see it's got rubber in there too, and it's starting to break apart and so forth. This little loose plug, when we took it out, was at the top, so it was oriented like this in the engine, but that looks like it's falling apart. Okay, this is the new thermostat put back in there. You can see it just uses that rubber O-ring for sealing that's around the outside edge. So you can put the bolts back in and tighten them by hand, then return the air cleaner lid and clamp that back in place. Yeah, so this is putting the plug back in, and remember, it doesn't thread in, it's going to turn in on those lands, and then you're going to get to the part where you get to that stop, and that's as far as you need to go, and it'll seal just fine. Check for leaks around the thermostat. Make sure that it's holding properly. Next, I'll look inside the overflow reservoir. You'll see bubbles down in there. You see those bubbles coming up. It means it's forcing the air out of the system as it warms up. And you go till all the air's out. On the dashboard, you can watch the coolant temperature rise as the engine heats up. We want to see it get to full operating temperature. Okay, it got to 228, and that's the temperature where we could feel the thermostat open and feel the water start to circulate. Now you see that its temperature's coming back down. So that fixed it. Before, it didn't get that high at all. It would stay around 180 or so. Okay, so this is the steady state temperature. You can see it's around 208, which is where it's supposed to be. And if you look at the gauge is right around the halfway mark. Before, this temperature read between 170 and 180 at the highest, and the gauge never got above a quarter. So it ran just too cold all the time. And what's strange is we're in the desert where it gets very hot. So even on the hottest days, 105, 110, it still did that. And so that thermostat was not working properly. With the new one in there, you can see it's behaving the way it was designed to.